Good morning, everybody. This is Alan from Woodcrest Bonsai, and today I'm going to work on my very first Parrots Beak. And I don't know when I purchased this tree, but it was ugly. It was so ugly. It was amazing how ugly it was. It had a top where all the branches were twisted and moving into each other, and there was no rhyme or reason to anything. But I chopped that top off. And then I had it as a much lower, kind of fuller tree. And then just this spring I decided to make it more classic, the way I like my bonsai. And some people say, well, yeah, but this is the same as any other bonsai. But that's okay, because I'm enjoying it. But because it's Parrots Beak, and because it's already growing like crazy, it's time for some work on this guy. So I think I'm going to zoom in, because there's really nothing I'm going to do on the bottom third of the tree. Oh, and by the way, this is all hollow. This hollow here goes all the way through, which is kind of cool, and I love the roots. This was all pretty much intact. It's thickened some, but that's why I bought this tree. I love the roots and I love the movement. But as you can see, Parrots Beak loves to sucker. This is an old wound, and none of this stuff has anything to do with the design of the tree. So it's all coming off. And then we can zoom in, because now from here down there's really nothing more that I'm going to do. And I think I may, oops, get your fingers out of the way. I may need to raise this baby up a little bit. Do, 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 do. Going up. Okay. Do I move the camera or do I move the plant? Or do I just put it on pause and get it correct in the first place? Okay, there we go. So there's the structure of the tree. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the wire, because Parrots Beak thickens quickly, and the bark can begin to, the wire can begin to leave wire scars. I don't know why I can't explain that. It's like, come on, man. Okay, and I got my brand new turntable. Whoopee! Get this wire off the apex. And I like to remove my wire because I use it again. Whenever I'm removing wire, I like to put my finger on the next curve so that it doesn't move around the bark, because you can damage bark just as easily removing wire as you can putting it on, if you allow it to spin as you're removing it. And I don't see any wire scars at all, so that's a happy event. And as is usual, when I wire, I use the same wire to wire two branches. So the apex that just had the wire also I used on this branch here. And I need the branch facing me in order to get the best angle to take it off, which is exactly the same as the best angle to put it on. Whenever I'm wiring a branch, I want that branch facing me. It's just so much easier to see where I'm going. And then this was wiring the first main branch plus the back branch. So I'm going to take it to there. Okay, and as far as I know, that's all the wire that I put on there. So let's take it back to the front. And it may need more wire again. I want this branch out like this, and I want the apex to come more up. But you can always rewire. And then the other work is just simply beginning to remove these growing tips. This little tiny tip right here, these little tiny guys right here, this stuff right here. If I don't do anything with those, in a month they can be a foot long. I mean, literally. That's how Parrots Beak grow. So the time is now to keep that from happening. The more I prune and the more I pinch, the more I keep that elongation from occurring, the denser, thicker, fuller, and eventually nicer the tree is going to be. So we have the back branch, a little bit of trimming. So once I've got a finished quote-unquote tree, where I've got my branches the way I like, and I like the movement, and this is in a Sarah Rainer pot, which of course we can't see anymore because I zoomed in. Even though that was just minimal, it was important. And so then the next time I see new growth shooting, because I did take off some new shoots, like that guy right there. Okay, once again, I think he was like in here. Had I let that grow, it could easily be 1.5 feet in just a few weeks. Now, if I want the trunk to get massive, and I want other areas of the tree to thicken, you know, using sacrifice branches. Oh, I have a visitor. Whoop. Lizard. Came to say hello. Of course, then when I tried to catch him, he was like, "No way, buddy." So there you go. I definitely took the wires off before the branches were set, but that's okay. No wire scars. I always have time to redo it. So there we go. There's the very first Parrots Beak that I ever got. Let's zoom back out and see if I can keep my fingers from getting in the way. Well, a little bit. You know, when you look at the viewfinder, it looks so much different than when I look at it with my eyeballs. So I'm going to take some stuff off here. Even just some little tiny incidental leaves can make the tree look so much different. Because when I'm looking at it, it's got nice space, and I like the branching, but when you look at it in the viewfinder, it's just a big glob. So pictures tell 1,000, something like that, I forget. Doesn't matter. So there we go. It's on its way to being a very nice tree, at least a tree that I am going to enjoy tremendously. I hate to tell you how to judge my trees. Yeah, this is the best tree you can buy. Well, I don't know about that. Maybe for that guy. But anyway, I should probably not go there. So, thank you for watching. If you like this video, and I think I may do a playlist on this guy. I've got enough videos now where you can see the transformation. I so truly wish I had a picture of the very beginning with the top that was just... So please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a comment. If you live in a tropical area or you have the ability to produce tropical conditions artificially with a greenhouse and heat, Parrots Beak make fantastic bonsai. So thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next video.